Hi, welcome to A Taste of Israeli Cuisine with Rotem Greniman. I'm Holly Wolfson, the programming director at the JCC. A couple of housekeeping items I want to go over is for the best experience tonight, please put yourself in speaker view, and this program is being recorded. Rotem Greniman is a popular Israeli chef here in Cincinnati. She's a native to Israel, and Cincinnati is her home. It's been her home for nearly 17 years. She is talented, and I'm so excited to bring her talents to you tonight. Sadly, she had to go back to Israel to attend to her family for a short period of time, so tonight's program is actually recorded. We had hoped she would be live, but I promise you it's going to be wonderful. So get out your goodies that we sent you today and enjoy the program. We'll open it up for questions at the end, and we'll also share the recording so that you have the opportunity to cook along with her at your own pace. So thank you for joining us tonight, and enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, it's Rotem here. First, I wanted to apologize that I'm not live with you today, but I'm here visiting my family with my family. So we are in Israel and we will celebrate tonight Israel's birthday in the street here where I grew up. So that's exciting for us. I prepare for you guys a simple and delicious meal that I think you will all be able to make. It's a vegan meal, but I promise that even the love meter will love that dish. So we're making cauliflower shawarma. It will go with Israeli salad, and we will make a fresh tahini dressing to go. You can put it inside of a fresh pita or in a plate. However you want to eat it, it will be delicious and easy. So we start with the cauliflower. I'm using a whole cauliflower. I put some boiling water with some salt. So I'm just going to put it for 2 minutes. We're putting it upside down. In the meanwhile, we will cut some white onions to go with that. So just slice white onions like half a rings. Not too thick, not too thin. We don't want it to get burned when we cook it. Onion give a lot of different taste to the dish. If you don't like onions, you can skip it. I think it's really gives us different aroma to the dish. Onions are always good. You can also add some fresh garlic if you want. I'm not adding that, but feel free to do that. So we cut one medium white onions that will go on the skillet here with some olive oil. I will take it with us so you can all see. A little bit of olive oil, like less than quarter cup, and the cauliflower here, you see upside down, it's cooking with some water. We don't want the onions to be burned, so we will keep an eye on it. We just want it to caramelize that a little bit, and then we will add the spices. The spices that we're adding will be simple one, nothing complicated. You can find it anywhere. We're using black pepper, some turmeric. We will use cumin, paprika, and salt. That will give us those are the seasoning that you will use for the shawarma. I'm using those. I'm going to check on the onions. The cauliflower have another minute. The onions still caramelizing. I took off the cauliflower after I put it for 2 minutes in the hot water. Now what we will do, we will take some olive oil and we will just brush it. We will brush the cauliflower only with some, you can use grape olives. I like olive oil. Making sure it's all covered. We will put it in a pan and we put it in the oven 350. We put it on 350 for just to make it, it's half cooked because we put it in the water. We just want to give it a layer so it's cooked, and the heat will a little bit will caramelize that for 7-8 minutes. We will go to the onions. I have my spices here. I put a spoon of paprika, spoon of turmeric, 1 spoon of cumin, half a spoon of salt, and 1/4 spoon of black pepper. Here is the onions. We will put the spices. We will open them. So when you put the spices with some oil, we just want to open them. The aroma will be amazing. Change the color of the onions. We will let it cook. We don't want to burn the spices. I'm going to add half a cup of water and I will let it cook for a minute. Our onions with the water cooking on low. We will let it sit and simmer for a minute when the cauliflower is still in the oven. Our cauliflower is still in the oven. The sauce is still cooking. We will start with the Israeli salad. I'm using 1 tomato, 1 cucumber, and a small red onions. I like the Israeli salad chopped really fine. You don't have to. It depends how you like to eat. It. So I will show you my way to do it. We're going to put the cauliflower in a pita. On top we will put the salad and we will finish it with some tahini dressing. You guys can add hummus to the pita. You guys can, I'm doing the basic that I think go the best together, but you guys can take it from here. You can add some peppers to the Israeli salad. That's how I like the cucumbers. We will make tiny squares. We'll do the same with the tomatoes and the onions. I like to add to that salt. I don't even add pepper, some lemon juice and olive oil. I think the size of the vegetables, the way you cut it, you can taste it differently. That's why I like the small cubes. I think all together, it's easy to eat. You feel all the vegetables. So as I said before, I wish I was live with you, but I do promise when I come back to Cincinnati, we will do another live with another dish. And you can even tell me what you like me to make. That will be cool. Like, Give me some suggestion, whatever you guys want to learn. I'm trying to think about dishes that will be easy to find in Cincinnati. The spices are so different, but that's why I like to use the basic, so everyone can make it and it will be delicious. The tomato will be the same. And again, you can make it bigger. It is a lot of time consuming to make a salad, but I promise the results are so good. Because of COVID, a lot of cities in Israel are not really celebrating this year. They're doing small celebration. We are going just to be with my family. We will barbecue. We will take the kids to the street. All the kids are playing and having fun. I think they have some shows here where we are. My parents live in a small town. That's where I grew up. It's called Tel Mond. It's in the center, so it's really close to Netanya. So that's where we are tonight. We will go to see some shows, and they will experience the celebration here in Israel. It's been a while since we were here for Yom Ha'atzmaut. It's a fun day here. I'm excited for my kids to see that and enjoy that. After we'll finish with the salad, we will go to the cauliflower. We put it whole, if you guys remember, so we will cut it and we will add it to the sauce. We will let it cook for a minute so it will absorb all the seasoning and the taste. The cumin smell amazing. I love cumin. And you guys can go from, I gave you the basic seasoning. You guys can put coriander into that. Not a lot, it's a strong, coriander have strong flavor, but you can add any other spices that you like. You can add some red flax pepper if you like it a little bit spicy. Play with that. My salad is ready. A little bit of olive oil. Salt, quarter teaspoon, and I will bring the lemon. I am using lemon juice, a couple of drops, some. Mix it. You guys can add parsley or cilantro into that. I told you some peppers. Everything goes with a salad. I love it. I check on the cauliflower. It's not ready yet. I'm giving it a couple more minutes. It's been 5 minutes. I will let it be there for a couple more minutes. So let's make the tahini first. I'm using tahini paste. We can find it in all the grocery stores in Cincinnati. Whole Foods, Kroger, I don't really mind what company. I think it's very depends the way we season that and what we put in. So whatever you find will be good. And if you find something and you don't like it, try a different company. There is a difference of the bitter a little bit in the tahini dressing with companies. So find the one that you like. We don't need a lot. It's go a long way. So we will put one. Look, it's really thick right now. So we will put that. We will put a little bit of salt. You can always add more. And we will use some lemon juice. Cold water. How cute is this cup? It says happy. Love those cups. We will add the water and we will mix. And every time we will add more. You need to break it down. It's thick, so we will open it. You can put it in the food processor, super easy to do it there. I'm just not making a lot, so we can do it like this. Tahini like cold water. Don't use warm. I use cold. It's open it better. And again, make it in the food processor. Super easy. Take a minute. Don't get lazy like me right now. And it's also, the water depends how thick or thin you like your tahini. I don't want it like a hummus. I want it to drizzle that on my pita. So I'm adding a little bit more. And every time you add a little bit more of water. So, and if you added too much, add a little bit more tahini. It's fine. Just fix the salt and lemon. That's it. I don't even use black pepper. You guys can. If I would use any, I would use white pepper. The taste is a little bit different. And after we make it, if we put it back in the refrigerator, the tahini gets thicker. So make sure you're not adding make sure you are adding the right amount of water. Usually for a quarter cup of tahini, it's quarter cup of cold water. Here. That's how we like it. If you want to play with the tahini, you can add some parsley, cilantro, some dill. It will give us a different kick, and the color will be green. You can add some beets if you like it purple and cool. It can be really nice in a dish. Okay, I'm adding a little bit more in there. And again, it gets thicker when we put it back in the refrigerator. Awesome. Yep. Here, smooth. You can drizzle that. I'm going to check on the cauliflower. Okay guys, the cauliflower is ready. I let it cool for a minute. It's ready, it's cooked. We're going now to cut it. See, it's kind of like caramelizing. So good. I love cauliflower. It's my favorite vegetable, I think, to cook. It absorbs such a nice, like all the spices and the flavor, whatever you put on it, it's delicious. Okay. You can see it's still hot, but it's fine to touch it. So now, since we're going to put the cauliflower in the pita, we don't want a big pieces of it. So I'm going to chop it. Not too fine, but I will show you. Like those pieces. And again, you play with it. The way you like eating it, it doesn't change the flavor. I send the rest to bring me pitas. And of course, when you go in Israel to all the bakery, you cannot come back just with pitas. So he got some rogalach. I will show you in a minute. They look amazing. I didn't try them yet, but I'm excited to have them with my coffee. One of the classes that I came to do here is to work with yeast and the technique of the rogalach and the babka. So I am excited to come home soon and share all of those with you. Okay. How easy is this recipe? Okay, everything is ready. Okay, we have everything ready. We're going to put everything in the pita. We have the cauliflower shawarma. We have the Israeli salad and the tahini. We're going to put it in. And Itai is going to be our tasting. Say hi.
Hi. Wait, you want everything?
Yeah, we'll put everything in.
If you put that white.
And again, you guys can add a little bit more salt if you feel like you're missing. We will put the cauliflower in.
I got to eat the whole thing.
We'll put some
Oh, that's
salad. We'll take the tahini and we will dressing. Look at that. How good is that look? Now, of course, you can also make it in a plate. You know I have to garnish with some parsley. Some tahini. We'll take a pita on the side. And here you go. You have everything in here. You can have it on a plate and you can eat it on a pita. Thank you for being with me in this video. And again, I promise to make another live when we are back in Israel, from Israel to Cincinnati.
So my mouth is watering now. It looks so amazing, and it really makes me miss Rotem because it's just, I think it was like having her in her own kitchen and me being there with her. But everything she makes is delicious. So if you didn't have a chance to cook with her tonight, I highly recommend using the recipe that was included in the bags. If you didn't receive a goodie bag, definitely feel free to reach out to me and I can email the recipe to you. I will type my email address in the chat. so that you can reach out to me. It's hwolfson@marisonjcc.org. So I'm sending that to you now. I'm also sending a link to the signups for all of the events that we're featuring this week. This was our first one in a whole week of Israel, and I just can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. It means so much to have your support. And we have programs. We have Yom HaZikaron tomorrow evening. We have 2 programs on Thursday, and then fireworks here at the JCC in the comfort of your car, safely social distanced on Saturday night, and it begins with a Havdalah. So I can open it up to a few questions if you have any, although I'm not quite sure I can answer them, but I'll do my best. Or if anyone just wants to say hi to anyone, we could do that as well. And otherwise, if there's nothing, I just thank everyone for being here with the number on. It's just very clear the love that people have for Rotem and the support that you give the community. It means so much to all of us. And we appreciate your support of Israel. And definitely feel free to use my email address and check out the website for the events this week. Have a great night.